Cavaliers Head Athletic. J.B., what did you see switch, especially defensively, in the fourth quarter for you guys?
It's things that we're continuing to learn and work on. They are a well-coached team that plays extremely hard no matter what their circumstances are. They play 48 minutes of competitive basketball, and that's a credit to them. I think in that fourth quarter, it was more about us letting our guard down. You don't go 25, 22, 17, and 32. That's how you get bit in the ass. And these are lessons that we just got to learn. Again, fortunately, you get to learn them in a win, but we have to be better than that.
And what happened with Dean? Because he obviously missed the second half with that shoulder injury.
Yeah.
What occurred?
He's been dealing with that for quite some time, but he's just been playing through it. And then he got a hit again on it, and it was just too much.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Fedor at Cleveland.com. Hey, J.B.
What's up, Chris?
What did you see from Donovan tonight on the offensive end?
Domination, like the ability to take over a game, and put a team on his back. He felt that we needed, this game was important, and, there was a little bit of a draw to us. And he knew, and his teammates knew he's capable, but he put us on his back.
It seemed like at the end of the third quarter going into the fourth, he said something to you, or he made a motion to you. Was that to stay in the game to start the fourth?
Yeah, he said he was good. We've been talking about it in the past few games. He hasn't gotten, to the 30 minutes. We would like to keep him kind of in that range to keep his load, so he wanted to go a little bit longer. But I thought it was the right thing also because of the way that he was playing, and then give us a great start to start the fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm. Jeff Shadell, News Herald. So do you have any idea how long Dean will be out, or is this?
I do not know. Yeah, I haven't had a conversation with the training staff yet, so I'm not sure.
And then how about the way Evan Mobley played? He looked to me like he was hitting the boards pretty good.
Yeah, Evan is, continuing to show his value on both ends of the floor. He can dominate the painted area. In the moment, where the game was shifting, he had the courage to take a three and make the three. He is special. He is unique. And again, he has the ability and the potential to be great. And I think he's working, and he keeps showing us.
Danny Cunningham, ESPN Cleveland. J.B., what did you think of Kevin in his first night back?
I thought he was really good. He's has an uncanny ability, to get double doubles. Play the game with a banged up thumb, but was still in the mix of things. Those rebounds don't come easy for him. He's not just running around out jumping people. He's got to grapple and wrestle and hold and scrap. And he wasn't tentative. He went out with his purpose. And his will to help us win.
Thanks. J.B., Donovan seems like he's very uplifting and he's very positive in a lot of the messages that he sends throughout the game and to us as well. What does that do for your guys to have that coming from him?
Overall, that's who he is as a person, right? He is a very positive, upbeat person. He's a very grateful person. He understands the favor he's been given, the blessings that he has, just as a human being. You watch him, how he gives back to others and how unselfish he is, just period. Right? And, that's a carryover to who he is as a teammate. When you have someone who, is willing to sacrifice of themselves, no matter, especially with the things that he's accomplished and achieved as an individual player, you're willing to listen. But then when you watch someone who's willing to sacrifice and is as selfless as he is, and who just wants to be a part of it and be a part of winning and ingratiate himself in the group, who always has a positive message, it's hard to ignore. And he's got, at a young age, a ton of experience. He knows the ups and downs and the importance of wins and losses. And he just shares his wisdom, and it's in a way that it never feels like it's a beat down or, an attack. everybody understands that, he's just trying to help. And that makes it easier, but that's based on the relationships and the type of person that he is beforehand.
And Dan, I'll write down you, but J.B., Darius shared with us the other day, it feels like more often than not he's getting hit in the face lately. Do you feel frustrated how opponents are kind of playing him like that, or do you think it's just kind of the flow of the game and just things you can't avoid?
I mean, he's been hit in the face a lot. I think it's our responsibility and all of our responsibilities to make sure that we're protecting him. That's us, that's the people on the floor, that's his teammates. We have a responsibility to protect all the guys. And, I do think that people are being a little physical, a little overly physical, because, there's a recognition of if you can't put your hands on them and you can't slow them down, you're not going to be able to guard them, you're not going to be able to stop them. So I do think there is, an emphasis from opponents to be physical. And, when you are physical, and you're going to find yourself in those positions. So I do think, it is a responsibility of all those involved to protect him.
And in another vein, just going off Chris's question about Donovan a little bit, this is a pretty soft-spoken team. Do you think Donovan's kind of helped a lot of your key guys that are just more soft-spoken help find their voice as a leader on and off the court?
Yeah, and that's a growth point for us. It was similar, conversation in the locker room about how we hold each other accountable and how we use our voices to help one another. These dudes like each other so much, you know what I mean? Like, there is no personal issues or any of that stuff. So we do have to be a more vocal team. And we all have ownership in it, from Donovan and Darius to Mobley and Isaiah. We all have ownership in it. And it's important that, we all take that ownership and hold each other accountable to those responsibilities also.